The hidden truth about YouTube's success, why most people quit too early. Intro hook. What if I told you that some of the most successful YouTube creators today almost gave up before they made their first dollar? Not because they lacked talent, not because they lacked opportunity, but because they didn't see results fast enough. Every day, thousands of people start a YouTube channel hoping to create financial freedom. They watch videos about creators making thousands of dollars per month, earning passive income, and building businesses from their laptops. Yet, most of them quit within a few months. Because nobody talks about what happens before success. The failures, the frustration, the months of seeing little to no progress. Today, we're going behind the scenes of real YouTube creators who started from nothing and discovered the one thing that separates those who succeed from those who quit. And trust me, it's probably not what you think. The beginning, everyone starts as a beginner. When many creators first entered the YouTube world, they knew almost nothing about the platform. No special skills, no secret strategies, no advanced editing experience, just curiosity and a desire to change their lives. They came from different backgrounds. Some worked traditional jobs, some were business owners, others had experience in social media marketing, but they all shared one common challenge. They had no idea where to start, so they did what most successful creators eventually learn to do. They started learning together. Whenever someone discovered a useful strategy, they shared it with others. Whenever someone encountered a problem, the community helped find a solution. Mistakes became lessons, failures became case studies, and little by little, everyone improved. What they discovered was simple. Success becomes much easier when you don't have to figure everything out alone. The story of Thang. One creator's journey perfectly illustrates this reality. His name was Thang. Unlike the success stories you often see online, Thang's progress wasn't fast. In fact, it was painfully slow. Month after month, he worked on his channel, creating content, testing ideas, learning new skills, trying to improve. Yet the results barely moved. Many people would have quit. Most people probably would. But Thang had a personal reason to keep going. He wanted to prove something. Not to strangers, not to social media, but to his own family. He wanted to prove that YouTube could actually generate income. But this wasn't just another online fantasy. So he kept working. Even when the numbers looked discouraging. Even when there was no guarantee of success. Even when progress felt invisible. And then something happened. After more than 5 months of effort, he finally received his first payment from Google. Around 60 million Vietnamese dong. Now, compared to creators earning thousands of dollars every month, that amount might not sound extraordinary. But here's what most people fail to understand. The first payment changes everything, because it's no longer theory. It's proof. Proof that the system works. Proof that the opportunity is real. Proof that persistence can eventually pay off. And once someone sees that first result, their entire mindset changes. Suddenly, they're not wondering if it's possible. They're focused on figuring out how to do more of it. A different path to success. While Thang's story was built on patience and persistence, another creator took a completely different route. Coming from a Facebook marketing background, he entered YouTube with experience in digital business. After completing his training, he immediately purchased a monetized channel and began producing content. The results came quickly. Within his first month, he generated roughly $10,000. Later, he aimed for $20,000 per month. Although results varied, he continued scaling his operation. Eventually, he built a team of around 10 employees. At first glance, his story appears completely different from Thang's. One struggled for months before earning anything. The other achieved significant revenue almost immediately. But there's an important lesson hidden here. There isn't just one path to success on YouTube. Different creators succeed in different ways, different strategies, different timelines, different starting points. What matters is understanding which approach fits your situation and committing to it long enough to see results. The biggest mistake new creators make. Many beginners believe they only need one successful channel. And sometimes, that's true. One channel can change everything. But experienced creators understand something important. Relying on a single channel creates risk. Imagine building your entire income around one source. Then an algorithm changes. A lecture becomes saturated. A trend disappears. Or a policy update impacts performance. Suddenly, everything becomes uncertain. That's why many successful creators eventually build multiple channels. Not because every channel will become a massive success, but because diversification reduces risk. Some channels may earn only a few $100s each month. Others might generate thousands. Most will perform somewhere in between. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is stability. And occasionally, one channel explodes. When that happens, it can transform the entire business. What successful creators understand. One of the biggest misconceptions about YouTube is that successful creators are simply lucky. Sure, luck exists. A video can unexpectedly go viral. A trend can appear at the perfect moment. An audience can suddenly connect with a topic. But luck alone doesn't explain long-term success, because luck only helps people who are actively creating. Think about it. A creator who uploads one video and quits has almost no chance of getting lucky. A creator who publishes hundreds of videos dramatically increases those odds. Every upload is another opportunity. Every experiment generates data. Every failure teaches a lesson. Over time, those lessons compound. And eventually, experience starts looking a lot like luck. The power of skills. Technology has changed content creation forever. Today, one person can do the work that once required an entire team. Artificial intelligence can assist with research. Editing software has become more powerful. Content production is faster than ever. But despite all these tools, one truth remains unchanged. Skills still matter. The creators who survive long-term are the ones who understand how to identify good topics, how to write engaging scripts, how to create compelling thumbnails, how to hold attention, how to understand audience psychology, how to analyze data, and most importantly, how to adapt. Because YouTube never stays the same. What worked last year might not work today. What works today might not work next year. The platform constantly evolves, and creators must evolve with it. Why most people fail. The real reason most people fail on YouTube isn't because they lack intelligence. It's not because they lack resources. And it's usually not because they picked the wrong night. Most people fail because they quit before their skills catch up with their expectations. They expect results too quickly. They compare themselves to creators who have years of experience. They assume slow progress means failure. But slow progress is often part of the process. The creators who win are usually the ones willing to stay in the game longer than everyone else. While others quit, they continue learning. While others complain, they improve. While others search for shortcuts, they develop skills. And eventually, that consistency creates momentum. The lesson every creator needs to hear. If you're currently building a YouTube channel, there's something important you need to remember. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Don't compare your first 6 months to someone's 5th year. Every successful creator started exactly where you are right now, with uncertainty, with doubts, with mistakes, with questions. The difference is that they kept moving forward. Success on YouTube rarely happens overnight, but for those willing to learn, adapt, experiment, and stay consistent, the opportunity is still very real. The creator earning thousands today was once earning nothing. The channel with millions of views once had 0 subscribers. And the success story you're watching today probably started with someone who felt like quitting, but didn't. Because sometimes the difference between failure and success is simply surviving long enough to reach the breakthrough. And that breakthrough might be much closer than you think. How true. If there's one lesson to take away from these stories, it's this. Persistence beats talent. When talent gives up, keep learning, keep testing, keep improving, and most importantly, keep creating. Because every successful YouTube creator was once a beginner staring at a screen, wondering if all the effort would ever be worth it. One day, they got their answer. And if you stay consistent long enough, you might get yours too.